they're going to bring them in, and if the prosecution decides to use them, they're going to say that you said all this stuff about Diddy. Is it true? Did these things happen? And you're going to say either yes, yeah, I said it on social media. Why would you lie? If you said it on social media, they're going to play it back for you. But the defense attorneys are going to go after them and attack their credibility. The banter that's been going on with him. I'll be sure is putting something out too. He's by the way, Kim Porter's book is out, or memoirs.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't seem like an actual. It doesn't seem legit. I see.
Yeah, but I mean, see, that's what I'm saying about the internet, like, and social media. They put out so much stuff, you don't know if it's true or not true, because they're saying, hey, look, her memoirs are out. I'll be sure saying that he has credible information about Diddy and her and this and that. So then you hear all these other things coming out of documentaries, and then other people that are alleging this. You have security going on the internet talking about all the things that he's done.
Right.
Other people are saying that he's involved in this. It's so much to look through. So if you're a prosecutor in this case, you're shaking your head because you have to go through so much stuff.
And you have to verify.
Right, you have to verify all the stuff that people are saying. Even if it goes on social media, you have to look at it to see if it's true or if it's fake news or if it's whatever.
Gene Deal, what are your thoughts from him saying a lot of things,
He would know a lot about a lot of things because he was there with Puff, pretty much on the road with him, traveling with him. So I would assume that
they got to bring him in.
So some of the stuff that he's saying, he's definitely going on social media talking about it. So whatever he's saying, I guess he feels that it's true what he's saying, and that if they have to, he said if the government has to call him, he'll go. He's one of the guys that probably would know a lot more because he was one of the bodyguards that was out. He was out with Diddy for a long time. He would know a lot.
Right. But again, somebody like him could be. I mean, again, if this goes to trial, these witnesses are going to be hammered.
Well, if it goes to trial, they're going to call all these people. Jaguar Wright is out here saying a lot of things about Diddy, about Jay-Z, about everybody.
Jaguar has a mental issue.
Well, I don't know her like that to say that, but I've been listening to her, and she's been one thing about her, she sounds very convincing.
She's very entertaining.
She's very when she talks about what she talks about, she sounds very convincing.
Right.
And she puts a lot of thoughts in your mind, like, wow, is she telling the truth?
Right.
You don't really know, but again, the prosecutors have to listen to all the stuff that she's alleging, and they have to sift through it to see if it's true or not true.
But again, a person like Jaguar Wright, I don't see that happening if her taking a stand, but a person like Gene Deal, these people could get slaughtered during cross-examination.
Well, they could. Listen, anybody could. I mean, they're going to bring them in, and if the prosecution decides to use them, they're going to say that you said all this stuff about Diddy. Is it true? Did these things happen? And you're going to say either yes, yeah, I said it on social media. Why would you lie? If you said it on social media, they're going to play it back for you. But the defense attorneys are going to go after them and attack their credibility. That's just the way it is. You know how many trials I've been on that I've been with attorneys that tried to attack my credibility?
Right.
I've been on hundreds of murder cases where attorneys go after you and they try to, demean you, to attack your credibility, to say that you forced a confession out of a client or defendant, or you in some way lied about what you did, or you seized evidence improperly. There's a bunch of things that they're going to allege.
Right, it's regular procedure, but again, if they could really prove it, and it's like, okay, you look pretty dumb on the fucking stand.
Well, and I have to be very honest about this, if they can prove what they say, that this happened, then the prosecution is going to use it, especially in a case like that. But the defense attorneys are going to be the ones that are going to go after and attack these people because they're going to say that maybe they did this for money, maybe this is not true. There's a whole bunch of things they can say.
Right. Well, let's see. Anything else we can cover about as far as
about Diddy is concerned?
Yeah.
Listen, you got to feel bad for. I mean, he's got kids, and I know some people. Listen, some people are very cruel because I've talked to people and they're like, fuck him. I don't care about this guy. He just this and that and this and that. And like everybody else, he has a family. Everybody has a family. He's got his kids, and they're going through all of this as well. His mother, So, but again, the pattern of behavior that happened over the years, as people said, finally caught up with him. And things that he did and how he was. it's finally caught up with him. So this is just something that he's going to have to, he's going to have to deal with. It's something that that's already been done, and now it's time to face the music.
Are you going to pass him a phone this time?
People make such silly allegations.
You could send him your tapes this time because he's in jail.
Oh yeah. I've heard a lot of things too. That I was his personal bodyguard. That I was this, and people make up lies, right. And they just say things because they want to get their name out there and make themselves bigger than what they are.
Well, some viewers think that you tend to have some sort of like sympathy towards Puff.
You know what it is?
On his side.
You know what it is? It's not about having sympathy. I knew Puff a certain way. Remember, I used to investigate him and have the arrest with him back in the years. I know him better probably than anybody. However, when we disconnected and he went on to become this bigger person in the music industry and a mogul.
Larger than life.
Larger than life. We lost track of each other. But you got to feel in some way that this guy, the stuff that he's done is just so bad that maybe he can ask God for forgiveness and try to do the right thing. But I know it's too late for that. Right. And people are going to be like, screw that. He did this and he did that. But you hate to see that things like this happened. This guy had, my friends ask me, Derrick, this guy had money, he had power. Why would you do stuff like this and ruin your career? You had the world by the balls. Why would you do this? Why would you go out? And I said, I can't answer that question. If I could, I'd be a millionaire. I can't answer that question, why people do the things they do. Do I feel some way? Because I know him in a way, and I watched his career go up, and it's sad to see that it's come to this, But again, I'm not condoning what he's done because he made some really bad choices and he made some really bad mistakes and things that he might have done that are criminal. He's got to answer for that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if he did it, hey, man, he got to do his time.
And that's not up to me. That's up to, him and the prosecutors. They're going to prosecute him. They're going to, he's looking at a lot of jail time. And, Puff's not built for the jail like that. He's not that type of guy that's one of these hardened criminals that could go behind bars. A lot of these guys put out like, yeah, man, I'll go to jail. I'll do the time. But in reality, that's all bullshit.
Right.